Syracuse men's basketball is having a tough time. The Orange have 11 wins and 8 losses this season, but only 3 of their wins have come against ACC teams. To make matters worse, Syracuse hasn't won a road game all year, but the Orange had an opportunity to pick up a huge win against number 15 Notre Dame Saturday and maybe turn their season around. Coach Boeheim and his men look to salvage any hope at making March Madness this year. But not if VJ Beacham has anything to say about that. He catches this pass here before taking it to the hoop and slams it down to put Notre Dame up by 6. Then Matt Farrell passes behind his back to the senior forward, who finishes with authority. Beacham was not done there. As you can see from distance, he hits a 3. Then Farrell again with the pass to Beacham for yet another 3. VJ scoring 17 of his game-high 30 in the first half. But Syracuse would not quit. Andrew White keeping his team in the game with not 1, but 2 3-point shots before the break. Notre Dame leads 41-32 at the half. Early in the second, John Gillen passed inside to Tyler Lydon, who flushes it. Lydon had a double-double for the Orange, 24 points and 10 rebounds. But Notre Dame was just too much for Syracuse. Bonzi Colson with the bounce pass to Steve Vasturia, who completes the layup to extend the Fighting Irish's lead. 4 different Notre Dame players score in double figures as they beat Syracuse 84-66. The Orange are now 0-5 away from the Carrier Dome and 3-4 against conference opponents. Here's what Jim Boeheim had to say post-game.
I thought, obviously Notre Dame's a tremendous basketball team. I thought they played well. Beacham, we just couldn't get to him. We gave him too many looks. I thought we did a pretty good job on some of the other guys, but he's a tremendous shooter, and we just didn't get to him. And offensively, we just, we missed some shots we got to make to be in the game. But they're a tremendous team.
11 games left for the Orange this season, and they're all against ACC competition. Syracuse has 2 home games in the coming week. They'll host Wake Forest Tuesday night before hosting Florida State Saturday afternoon. Syracuse women's basketball also hit the hard court this weekend. The Orange hosted 14 Miami this afternoon and look to continue a 15-game home streak. Syracuse hasn't lost at home since January of last year. Coach Q and the Orange are ranked 24th in the weekly coaches poll, but unranked in the Associated Press poll. But Brianna Day leading the charge for an upset early on as she cuts off a pass and finishes the fast break with a layup. A steal and score for the senior center. Then Alexis Peterson, her teammate, taking the pass from her teammate before hitting 3 of her 24 points. 10 games ago, she set SU's single-season game record for most points in a game with 45 against NC State. Cuse up 45-29 at the half. And in the second, it was the Brittany Sykes show. She scored 13 of her season-high 29 in the second frame, and Sykes keeps it going with the hoop and the harm. Pistol Pete Peterson was also effective in the second. She scores on the pull-up jumper to maintain SU's lead en route to an 81-48 thrashing of 14th-ranked Miami. Syracuse has now matched a program record with 16 straight victories at home. Only twice since 2001 have we seen an AFC quarterback not named Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, or Peyton Manning represent their conference in the Super Bowl. This trend is guaranteed to continue another year, as Sunday saw another clash of titans between Brady and Roethlisberger in the AFC Championship game. A win for Tom Brady would give him his 7th Super Bowl appearance. He's already got the most Super Bowl starts among QBs. He wastes no time in the first quarter, waiting patiently until he finds Chris Hogan near the back of the end zone. It's already 10-0 for the Pats in the first quarter. 10-6 for Brady's bunch in the second. Here comes the trickery. A flea flicker back to Brady, and he finds Chris Hogan yet again. The second touchdown of the evening for the undrafted former lacrosse player. It's 17-6 for the New England Patriots. Into the third quarter, Brady keeps hooking up with his favorite target. Hogan's off to the races until he's brought down near the 20. Hogan had a team record 180 yards and 2 touchdowns as the Pats win 36-17 over the Steelers. So who will the Patriots play from the NFC? The Falcons and Packers squaring off in the final game at the Georgia Dome with a trip to Houston on the line. Matt Ryan, who's been lights out during his last 5 games, strikes first. He flips the ball to Mohamed Sanu for a 2-yard score to go up 7-0. It's 17-0 for Atlanta in the second until Ryan finds Julio Jones in the end zone. A 5-yard touchdown pass to Julio. The Falcons have a 24-0 lead heading into halftime. What is up with the Packers? To the second half where Julio Jones wasn't done. He catches the pass from Matt Ryan before turning on the Jets and leaving defenders in his wake. A 73-yard touchdown for Julio Jones puts the Falcons up 31-0, and the Packers have no answer for the top passing offense in the NFL. Atlanta wins 44-21. The Falcons will be in the Super Bowl for the first time since 1999. The in-state rivalry between the Syracuse Crunch and the Utica Comets has seen some drama this AHL season. Each game has been decided by a goal, and the last two encounters have needed either overtime or a shootout. The Comets hold a 3-2 advantage in their season series, but the Crunch looked to equalize Saturday at the War Memorial. Adam Wilcox gets the start for Syracuse, and he was sharp early on. Evan McEnany tries a shot, but Wilcox makes the save. The game was scoreless for 2 periods, but the Crunch have 6 wins this season when tied after 40 minutes. But in the third, Cody Kunik, the former Crunch player, breaks the deadlock and gives the Comets a 1-0 lead, Kunik extending his goal streak to 3 games. 16 seconds later, McEnany makes it 2-0 for the Comets with a blast from the point. The Comets would add 2 more goals and win 4-0 over the Crunch. It's the first time Syracuse has lost by more than 1 goal versus Utica since April 2016, and the first time Syracuse has been shut out since February of last year. And that's it for sports. Time to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more news.